Every day, millions of people wake up feeling trapped. Trapped by the systems that promise freedom, but chain them tighter than ever. Trapped by an endless chase, chasing eight-figure valuations, chasing that next big deal, that next investor, that next milestone. But deep down, there's a gnawing question. What happens when ethics collide with these massive numbers? When cold ambition meets the heat of what's right? Does the soul get lost? Does the fire burn out? Or can that spark grow into a blaze that changes everything? Listen closely. This tension, this friction between money and morality, it's not just your problem. It's everyone's problem who dares to dream bigger and better, who refuses to let greed define success. Because the world you see today, it's built to reward obedience, not courage. Comfort, not conviction. It's designed to make you forget that you're more than just a role in some system. You're not a page in someone else's rulebook. If all your efforts feel like they're draining you, if every deal, every pitch, every contract feels like it's pulling you away from what you truly believe in, know this: you are not alone in that pain. That discomfort is the compass. It's the signal that something has to change. That you can't keep playing by these tired rules and still expect to stay true to yourself. Too often, people in this space settle for the illusion, chasing fast growth, but losing the heart, chasing numbers, but silencing the conscience. The problem? They think these two, ethics and valuation, can't exist in the same room. But what if they could? What if the biggest impact investing stories, the ones that shake industries, come not from compromise but from complete fusion, where integrity fuels ambition and ambition amplifies integrity? This is where the magic begins, where pain transforms into power, where frustration flips into freedom. First, it starts by ripping off the mask of business as usual. Stop pretending the system is fair. It's not. It rewards going along, but it starves originality. It praises the loudest, but punishes the truest. If you want to break through, you must become relentless in your conviction. Not stubborn, relentless. Relentless in asking hard questions of yourself, your partners, your investors. What are you really building? Who are you really serving? Move beyond the surface. Because the true test of impact investing is not just the size of your exit or the valuation on your cap table. It's how many lives you change, how authentically you create value that lasts. Not the kind that just flips a profit and disappears, but the kind that lifts ecosystems, communities, and generations. And here's an uncomfortable truth. This path isn't easy. Ethics aren't a flavor you sprinkle on top to make your numbers look better. They are the root system, the backbone. If you try to fake it, the cracks will show, and sooner than you think. Investors can smell fear, dishonesty, or half-truths a mile away. But those who build with authenticity, transparency, and genuine care, those are the ones whose valuations don't just grow, they explode. That's because the market is waking up. People want to invest in real change, not just clever spreadsheets. They want to back founders who bleed for their mission, who refuse to sacrifice their values for fast money. And that is the secret weapon: courageous clarity. When you stand firm in your truth, your energy shifts the entire ecosystem around you. Now, let's talk about obsession, because this isn't just a recommendation, it's a necessity. Be obsessed with your impact, not just your income. Obsess over every choice you make and ask if it elevates the people and planet or just pads your wallet. Obsess over the legacy you're leaving, not the headlines. When you let profit obsession dominate, you lose sight. But when impact obsession drives the process, valuation becomes a byproduct of something greater. How to do this in a real, practical way? Number 1. Build partnerships, not just deals. Find investors and allies who don't just want to cash out, but who want to change the game. This requires brutal honesty from the start. Weed out those who only chase returns and don't align with your core. This selective approach isn't optional, it's survival. Number 2. Measure what matters. Don't fall into the trap of vanity metrics. Instead, define success with clear indicators of impact: growth in community well-being, reduction in inequality, real shifts in environmental health. Make these the numbers you defend passionately in every meeting. Make your impact undeniable. Number 3. Embed ethics into your culture like oxygen. This is not a slogan taped to a wall. It's the way your team makes decisions every day, from hiring to product design to marketing. When ethics drive everything, your brand becomes unstoppable. Investors want to be part of a legacy, not a momentary boom. Teams want meaning, not just paychecks. Number 4. Keep learning and evolving. The edge is where progress happens, but it requires constant unlearning. Old models die hard. Let go of the comfort of the familiar and embrace doubt as a tool to cut through complacency. The world is moving too fast for rigid thinking. Number 5. Commit to the long game. You will face pressure to quicken the pace, to sell out values for quick wins. Resist it fiercely. Impact investing means patience, persistence, and a brutal refusal to lower standards. Eternity favors the builders who don't blink. Imagine what could happen if you took these to heart. What could your fund, your startup, your career become if you stopped letting valuation define your worth and started letting your values lead? Not an impossible fantasy, but a real, attainable revolution. This is the rebellion. It's not just against the system out there. It's the fight inside you, the battle between what feels easy and what feels right. It's the refusal to sell your soul for a number on a board. It's choosing to burn brighter than the status quo, to break free from cages disguised as freedom. And it's contagious. When ethics and valuations dance together, they create a new rhythm. A rhythm that attracts the rare few, the visionaries, the misfits, the rebels who don't fit into neat boxes, but rewrite the rules. It's a call to those who know they were made for more. Those who feel the fire inside demanding to be unleashed. So, if you feel that unease right now, that quiet voice whispering that you're meant for something greater, listen to it. It's not fear. It's the first pulse of rebellion inside your heart. Don't silence it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't settle for less. This is your moment to rise. To unlearn what's been baked into you since childhood. That playing by the rules is the only way. To reject the prison of obedience and claim your sovereignty. To build legacies that matter, backed not just by money, but by meaning. Every second you hesitate, the world keeps spinning in the same tired cycle. Every second you fuel your fire, you become a beacon for the few who will drag the rest of humanity into a better future. Your ethics are your weapon. Your valuation is your victory flag. When they meet, and meet honestly, they become unstoppable. This is the revolution of impact investing. Not just making money, but making change. Not just valuing companies, but valuing humanity. The question isn't if you can do this, it's if you will. Because the world doesn't need more followers. It needs the few who dare to become something more. The few who refuse to live a borrowed life. The few who would rather burn than bend. The cage is open. Will you walk out or will you wait for someone else to unlock the door? This is your call. This is your game. This is your time.